Hello everyone. So we are back with another video of economics. In this video we'll be learning about balance of payment from macroeconomics class 12th. Before we proceed on with the video, let's find out the topics which we'll be learning. We'll be learning about the meaning of balance of payment, the components of balance of payment, the structure of balance of payment, the balance of trade, autonomous and accommodating items. Let's start. So, what is actually balance of payment? Now, BOP is actually a financial statement where all the monetary or economic transactions which happen between two countries, that means the normal residents of one country and the rest of the world during a period of time, is recorded. That means it actually records the inflows and outflows which happen between two countries in terms of foreign exchange. This is what balance of payment is all about. Now, the components of balance of payment includes number 1, visible items. Now, visible items simply means the merchandise or the physical goods. That means the exports and imports of the merchandise items or the physical goods between two countries. Second, invisible items. It includes all the services. That means the exports and imports of services like banking, insurance, transportation, communication, etc. The third component of balance of payment is the unilateral transfers or the one-sided. That means it records any import and exports of gifts, grants or donations between two countries. And finally, the fourth component is the capital transfers. As the name suggests, it records all the monetary or economic transactions which help in capital formation, like investment in shares, bonds, or any property like lands or buildings, etc. Now, what is the structure of balance of payment? Basically, the entire balance of payment records all these four components into current account or capital account. Let's find out about it some more details. The current account of balance of payment actually records all the inflows and outflows of visible items, that means the merchandise goods. The inflows and outflows of invisible items, that means the services like transportation, communication, etc. And the unilateral transfers, that means the gifts, donations, or grants. The capital account of balance of payment records all the capital transactions or transfers between two countries which help in capital formation. The capital formation simply means the investments like buying and selling of shares, bonds, any fixed assets like land, building, or even loans or borrowings between two countries. The recording of transactions in BOP happens in two ways, the debit side and the credit side. So, what are the things which are recorded on the debit side? The debit side basically records all the outflows of foreign exchange. That means when you make payments to other countries in their currency, it results in outflows of foreign exchange from the domestic country. It can be categorized into imports of goods and services, the unilateral transfers to a foreign country. That means when you actually send gifts or donations to another country, it is recorded on the debit side. When you are lending loans to other country, again it is recorded on the debit side because it results in outflows of foreign exchange. Or when an investment is being made in a foreign country, that means if you purchase any land, building, or shares or bonds in a foreign country, it results in an outflows of foreign exchange. So it is recorded on the debit side. On contrary, on the credit side, in BOP account, it actually records all the inflows. That means when you receive foreign exchange from foreign countries. The exports of goods and services are recorded on credit side because it results in foreign exchange. That means you receive foreign payments. When you actually receive unilateral transfers in terms of donations or charity from abroad or the rest of the world, when you borrow from other country, or when an investment is being made by a foreign country in the domestic country, it results in inflows and therefore it is recorded on the credit side. Now, there's another term which is a narrower concept of balance of payment. It is balance of trade, BOT. It simply records the exports and imports of visible items or physical items or merchandise goods, as the name suggests. It is a part of a current account of balance of payment, and it can be deficit, surplus, or even equilibrium balance of trade. So any deficit in BOT is, that means the balance of trade is balanced by carrying out transactions in balance of payment into other accounts. The formula suggests that balance of trade is equals to exports of goods minus imports of goods. Now let's talk about the autonomous and accommodating items of BOP. The autonomous items are actually the financial or economical transactions under balance of payment which results in profit maximization or profit earning. So any transaction which is actually done to earn profit is known as autonomous items. These transactions can take place in current account as well as capital account, and therefore they are known as above the line items. On contrary, accommodating items record all the financial transactions which are done to balance any disequilibrium in BOP. That means if BOP is deficit or surplus, so to actually balance both sides of BOP, any transaction which is being carried out for that purpose are known as accommodating items. These transactions take place only and only in capital account of BOP, and therefore they are known as below the line items. Now, disequilibrium in BOP actually results when there is either surplus or deficit. When there is surplus BOP, it simply means that the inflow of foreign exchange is more than the outflow. That means you have received more as compared to the payment which you have made to the foreign country. The deficit BOP means when the inflow of foreign exchange is less as compared to the outflow, simply means that when you have made more payment to a foreign country as you have received in terms of foreign exchange, it will result in deficit BOP. Finally, talking about the official reserve transactions, it's quite an important concept. It simply means that any transactions which are carried out by the central bank of a country which causes change in the official reserves of foreign exchange which are being maintained by them. Now, such transactions takes place when a country withdraws from its stock of foreign exchange reserves to actually finance the deficit in the overall balance of payment. A country with surplus in BOP leads to rise in foreign exchange reserves. So official reserve transactions are very important as they help to bring a balance in the country's BOP account, and so such transactions act as accommodating items in balance of payment. That's all for now. Hope you have understood the entire chapter. Thank you so much.